These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second down, Barnes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On the stop, Breeland speaks. Looking to throw on second down. Barnes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw on third down, Barnes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They run with Hines. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Mike 55. Come on, boy. Hey, 43, 15. You better be ready.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Alpha. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get 43? 43. Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yellow. 480. Attack. Pick up the ball.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Yellow. I've got blue lady.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To throw on second down, Barnes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Come on. 44, Mike, 44. I can't believe they even let you play. 44 is the Mike. 44.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barnes. And that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 7-7, our score after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, pick your game up.
Oh, able to avoid him. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57. 180. I don't need to. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Pick me up. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Kill. He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Off-play action. Barnes. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, get him. You got it. 44's the mic. Check. I'm coming after you. High seven. 44, Mike, 44. Come on, Max, watch it. You go tight. You got tight right there. Shift.
Operating from the gun. Barnes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. back at the 47-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 99 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so you can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw here to Hilton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47.
To throw on 2nd down, Barnes. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Back. Tight dog. 44.
On third down, Barnes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
6 man. Check curls. Rush in. Right side. Check motion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Catch made here by Campbell. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Yo. Zoom. 44's the mic. Check. Go. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 44. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Barnes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 13. Yo. Me. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Yeah.
back to throw. Barnes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check safety, check safety. Out, David. 44, Mike, 44. Let's go, Z. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch the shit.
From the gun, Barnes steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They're running it.
That one complete to Hill. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
At the Colts 36-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Right side.
They go back to Grant. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Watch the pass.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Yellow. Let's go, blue lady. Number 53. Mike, 53. Switch up.
Finding room to the 20. And he cuts it right sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Tie down these two.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44.
Looking to throw. Barnes. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. On 1st down, Mack. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barnes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Barnes. And he's got his man, Hilton. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
That's going to be a long day. Come. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
They'll run here with Mack.
Check.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
From the gun on third down. Barnes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. On fourth down, Barnes. It's complete to Grant. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Back to throw. Barnes. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. The point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Barnes going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
52. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Check 49. Check 49.
2nd and 6. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darren Lee, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Grant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A give running right is Mack. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They decide
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Check 43. Joker. Check it back.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barnes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on. Double time.
And they take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. Tonight's final
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Chiefs, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home